Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man.
Angry Fan Movement is the movement to move with. URL TV for life. You already know what it is.
Yo, I'm back with the guest. My nigga, Doggie Diamonds. What's goody, my nigga?
Yo, what's going on? I just walked like 10,000 steps and shit, so I'm out walking right now and shit. What's going on with y'all?
Nah, shit. Chillin', man. Call me show up, nigga. It's been a little minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. I was thinking that shit too, like, damn, we ain't really chop it up in a minute and shit, though. But, you know, I've been out here working still, just out in the field.
Gosh, man, you got a lot of good shit going on your channel and shit. I'm on your channel and shit heavy.
Yeah, I got so much shit I'm about to drop. I got some game-changing shit, you know. I see everybody, like, kind of bit the whole out there with their camera interview swag and doing that same shit. So I'm going to throw it up now. I'm about to completely change the game to some other shit. So, you know, give them something else to copy, you know.
yo, there is a lot of interviews I noticed, though. You know what? Let's start there. Like, how much of an influence in battle rap do you feel you have for everyone listening?
I got a undercover interview. I did a interview with Hip Hop Is Real, and I said Dizaster was whack. And I seen a lot of people in the comments, you know, coming at me like, who is this nigga and all that shit. And I'm like, that's what's dumb. That's what's fucked up about these battle rap fans. How could you say who am I when your favorite battle rapper know who I am? First name basis, call my phone. I helped a lot of them over 10 years ago. A lot of the battle rap dudes wouldn't even been on camera or even been exposed to the public if it wasn't for me. And they'll tell you that. So you as a fan, sometimes you got to do your due diligence and figure out who people are. Obviously, I'm somebody of importance because I've been on Angry Fan a few times. And when I'm out, the cameras come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes want to interview me now and shit. So obviously, I did a lot. You know, ask your favorite battle rapper who I am. Ask Lux who I am. Ask Danny Myers. Ask Cortez who I am. Ask Math Hoffa who I am. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times the fan, like, who is this dude based off of their dick riding of certain rappers? You know what I'm saying? I think Dizaster is corny. That's just what I think. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, for Dizaster, is it the flow? What is it?
I just don't like book bag rap. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I don't like, you know, I think that he had the opportunity that he really shouldn't have really got after the Math Hopper situation. He should have been penalized like Math got penalized, but he still got, like, the chance to make all this money with the Cassidy situation. And he didn't show up for that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you had Cassidy, somebody who's nice. You know, I'm never going to take that away from Cassidy, but he was away from the game for so long. And then this dude, you know, you're a veteran and you're somebody who's seasoned. You know, you out there every other week, you know, battling somewhere and shit. And this dude been away for so long and you just didn't show up against him. I just think, you know, it wasn't fair for him to get that shot like that and he blew it. So it's like, why is everybody, you know, saluting this guy? He basically blew a big shot that, you know, I don't even know if he deserved that, but people are saying, oh, it's that because he's from Brooklyn and, you know, he's Team Math Hoffa. And I ain't team no motherfucking body. I'm just talking about him. It ain't got nothing to do with Math. You know what I'm saying? Because Math did dumb shit too. You know what I'm saying? So he deserved all you know, the penalties that he got. But I'm just saying that, you know, if you're going to do something to one person, you know, penalize everybody in the sport for doing that shit. Because what happens is when I went to the women's event, I started seeing the women fighting and shit like that now. So it's like, that shit just became the new in thing to do. Fuck it, we'll just fight. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to penalize people to show that fighting shit ain't in, because what that does is it fucks up the money. You know, not to really, and I don't want to make it seem like, you know, I'm singling one person. Now, I be thinking a lot of people is whack. I was openly vocal about Daylight for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So people that just be these confused fans, dudes that just came around battle rap within the last, you know, couple of years, you know, they just talk a lot of shit. I got footage with Loaded Lux, Goods, Arsenal, Head Ice, Math Hoffa, in a cypher, and 8. They all together. as friends, rhyming together in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? This is before that some of y'all, not y'all on the phone, but some of these so-called fans like knew anything about battle rap. What y'all know about the Lions Den? What y'all know about the Blaze Battle League? Did y'all know that RZA battle rap before? Did y'all know that Capadonna battle rap before? Do y'all know that? Do y'all know who Supernatural is? Do you know who Mad Skills is? Do you know who Craig G is? So a lot of these dudes that be new with this whole think they know everything there is to know about battle rap, like some of us been around the sport for a while. It's just that it became a phenomenon now, whereas, you know, it's more televised now. But some of us been out in the street watching dudes battle fucking going back 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I can have an opinion about somebody. I don't feel like, you know, fuck a nigga where I want to, stop his money and all that shit. It ain't about that. But all I'm saying is that if we're going to have penalties for one, we got to have penalties for everybody. Even with them chicks, they go to these events, they start fighting, fucking up the money, sit their ass down for a little while. Let them sit down for a little while. Nobody booked them. You know what I'm saying? And let them get penalized so they know, okay, we fucking up the money, we fucking up events, we fucking up venues, people are losing big venues, sit their ass down. You know what I'm saying? So that goes for Dizaster. That went for Math. He served a stiff-ass penalty. You know what I'm saying? It's not my call whether he come back or not. But he served his penalty, and some of the chicks got to serve that shit too.
Yeah, I heard Twin of the Ring suspended QB. I don't know for how long.
Yeah, that shit was disgusting, man. I was there at it, and all I was saying, I'm cool with a lot of these battle rappers, and I be telling them in private, like, yo, the problem is that y'all not getting is that y'all fucking up the money. No emotion is worth fucking up the money. This is how you. But you know what? Some of them act like they caked up and they got money, but they be having real jobs. You know what I'm saying? So they like, fuck it, if I can't battle, I just go to work. You know what I'm saying? But some people don't have a real job. Battle rap is their job.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying it got to be taken a little bit more serious from a lot of people and stop fucking the money up. But that was my issue with Dizaster, was the cat, because I don't really like his style of rap, but some people do like his style of rap. Like you got somebody like a Sharon. I don't really like Sharon's style too much, but I can understand why some people would like it. So even somebody like a Soul Khan, you know what I'm saying? Like their style of rap is weird to me. It's more like that grind.
You like that street shit.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the streets of Brooklyn. Why would I want to hear somebody, say little jokes and shit like that? Like that shit is not funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Especially because, but I like the angle that Sharon plays though, because he almost plays the victim. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like the Eminem 8 Mile battle style. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. I understand that. And even Soul Khan used to do the same thing, but I like street shit. You know what I'm saying? But Born Legacy 2 was dope, man. I was there last night. It was a good event.
Yo, let's talk about it, man.
Yeah.
Was there at the beginning?
I was there. I came in and the first battle. Damn, I don't want to fuck their names up, but I came in. Go ahead.
Jerry West versus Bangs.
Yeah, I wasn't really too familiar with them too, so I didn't really know who was who. But that was a good battle too. That was a very, very good battle.
Bonus and none.
Bonus and none. I saw that complete battle. I thought that battle started out cool. I think Bonus got stronger as the rounds went on, and none started out strong. You know what I'm saying? But that was a good battle too. Battle of the night. Everybody's gonna say Ab and Rum Nitty. But my personal favorite battle of the night was Mike P versus
Talk about it.
Because I didn't expect anything from any of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, who the fuck is these dudes? I see Mike P. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. He was dressed like a fucking a waiter in Fridays and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this dude came in here dressed like a fucking busboy. What the fuck he about to do?
Yeah.
But when them bars came out, I said, oh, shit, kid ain't came to play. But the kid Tink the Demon, man, yo, he's a fucking problem, man. He is a problem. Like, he was Like, he last night, he gave everybody in that building goosebumps. Like, yo, this motherfucker is not even from this planet tonight. You know what I'm saying? So that was an incredible battle. But Mike P didn't, he didn't lay down, though. You know what I'm saying? He definitely didn't. He definitely, you know, that was a dogfight. You know what I'm saying? I think the fans of battle rap, and like I said, see, Mike P shit wasn't street, but it was still dope, though. He still had angles. He still had punchlines. He still had shit. So it's not about whether a dude is street all the time. It's just that Mike P wasn't corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't come off like, you know, not going back to him, Dizaster comes off like a tough guy. Like, he's tough. Like, you know, I'm this big diesel Arab dude, and I'll fuck you up and all that shit, and I'll punch you in your mouth. Like, even when you had him and Mook on the show, and he wouldn't even let Mook talk. Like, he's uncontrollable. You know what I'm saying? And people like that I just don't like, because it's like, if he doesn't have enough, you know, etiquette over the phone when you're doing an interview, how could you control this man in person? It's like he's a loose cannon. It's like, I just hate them people who's rough and tough to the public, but then in private they want to apologize. You know what I'm saying? That's what my issue with him is also. You know what I'm saying? So for all the people that's on them channels, because I be reading comments, because it should be funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that shit is funny, because at the end of the day, it's a bunch of faceless, nameless people saying their opinion about me. And it's cool. I don't give a fuck, because for everything you say about me, for every view I get money for it. And I do this shit for money. I do this shit to support myself, to feed my fucking self and my family. So say what the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? Just spell my name right. Don't put no Y at the end. I hate that shit. And that's it. Don't put no Z at the end of my shit. But, you know, this is all, when it comes to the internet, everything is opinion-based. So we all got opinions. My whole thing is, yo, let's disagree. But we don't have to disrespect each other. We don't have to say, yo, you bitch-ass nigga. You know this. I said Dizaster was corny. But I ain't say, yo, he a pussy faggot nigga, I'll fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? That's testing the dude manhood. I just don't like his style of rap.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I believe that I got the right to say that. Just like when people was bigging Daylight up probably like 3 years ago, I really didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? I was vocal about that. I was on this show. Me and Daylight had it out on this show one time, remember? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not new to giving my opinion on people. Just like last night, I thought Reed Dollaz beat Chess. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Reed, yo, listen, man. Reed Dollaz, the old Reed is back, man. Reed Dollaz is back. Reed Dollaz and Cicero, and I told both of them this, I think they're about 2 battles away from hitting that big stage again. Because Reed Dollaz, the dude that showed up against John, that was a rusty dude who didn't understand the format of what was going on to this new format. You know, it's almost like you have, you know, Reed Dollaz, that battle rapper that showed up against John didn't realize everything was digital. That was an analog dude showing up in the digital world. He got his digital game down now. He understands. You know what I'm saying? And as time goes on in a couple of more battles, they just going to get better, because him and Cicero did not choke at all. Reed Dollaz choked a little bit in the 3rd round, but he really got his round out. And he was already up 2-0 to me. So even if Chess took the 3rd round, it didn't matter, because Reed Dollaz already won.
And you had the first 2?
Yeah, he took the first 2 to me. You know what I'm saying? To me. Even if he lost the 3rd one by default. Because to me, sometimes a choke is a loss, you know, depending on if you come back. You know what I'm saying? You got to come back strong after you choke. And if the 3rd round was already done, but his 2nd round was like, holy shit, this dude Reed he wasn't even on this earth right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, the balls was hitting. And I know for a lot of battle rap fans, you might see one punchline and you be like, yo, that's fire to y'all. But you got to understand that a lot of battle rap fans don't go to events. So they're just getting the reaction off a computer. You got time to sit down. You got time to get you some weed or get you a drink or get you some food or whatever you do to relax and actually analyze and listen to it over and over. In that building, it's all about performance. And Reed and Cicero showed up last night. You know what I'm saying? Tyler is the homie. I had Cicero edging that one out ever so slightly. You know what I'm saying? I had Cicero edging that one out only because my thing with Ty Law was he was taking too long to really get to his punches. He had he had shit that was like a little drawn out a little bit, and it was like, okay, I'ma get it. And what I did notice about Ty Law, and this is something that I'm gonna tell him on a personal level, is that he starts off real strong. But as the round goes on, like his third round might not be his strongest round, and you got to finish strong.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? But when Philly boys showed up last night, boy, I was like, holy shit. And
Hey, yo, I got to pinpoint you on this Reed shit. So, all right, the performance is back. The old Reed is back. Like, how was Chess?
Chess, cool, but you know what it is? Chess was Chess. But sometimes when you standing in front of that vet like that, like a nigga who called himself the rap god, and he's really, you believe him tonight. Like, he's believable tonight.
Wow.
Imagine, look, when Reed Dollaz battled John the Don, Reed Dollaz' first line, remember, had us like, oh, it's about to get crazy.
Yep.
Imagine a whole battle of him spitting like that.
Jeez.
3 rounds. And you know, and people could quote me on this. When y'all see this shit on the playback, y'all gonna be like, yo, nah, this kid was, he did his thing, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I seen Jazz the Rapper recap. I pretty much agree with that. I just disagree a little bit with the Cicero and Ty Law. But if you give it to Ty Law, I won't disagree with that. I really won't disagree with that. I did give it to Tink, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, Tink threw shots at everybody that night. This is why I said Chess lost. Chess second round, he addressed other people. He didn't address Reed.
Okay.
He addressed the Saga. The Saga sat right in the front row. He was sitting right there, and Chess had some lines for him. So, you know, my thing is when you battling a person like how when Clips was battling Hollow, he addressed Cortez and D Chambers. So you was like, well, why did you do that? You kind of lost that round. Even though it might be fire, but you're not battling the person in front of you. You're battling other people. That's what Chess did in his second round. You know what I'm saying? He talked about the Saga, and he talked about Tay-Rock. So it was like, okay, what I got to do with Reed Dollaz? So you kind of got to give Reed that second. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I judged it. But Chess ain't no fucking slouch. He's definitely the future of battle rap. He's definitely the future of battle rap. Like,
Chess,
without a doubt. Because the kid, like, he just got. I don't really see no weakness in him. You know, he's very, very composed. He sounds 100% believable. You know what I'm saying? And the bars is dope. Everything is dope. Chess is definitely the future. Dot, I don't know what happened with Dot that night. You know what I'm saying? That's a little homie, but Dot, you know,
I heard Dot got fucked up.
Yeah, it was a bad matchup for Dot because what happened with Dot was the kid, Young X, didn't come to play. Young X got a lot of jokes, but he had bars too. But, you know, sometimes depending on the crowd, like a small intimate room like that venue, the jokes is going to go over good. And he had a lot of jokes. But the Dot second round, he had a X scheme. That shit was fire. Back on camera, niggas gonna look at that like, yo, nah, that shit was fire. Dot needed 3 rounds of that. But Dot is weird in a way, like, I don't know what makes you like this shit. It's like a allure to that shit for some reason. I don't know if we like it because I don't know if we laughing with him or laughing at him. Let me just say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's dope because it's unorthodox, and he got the reach shit, and that's his shit. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you should listen to it later. Like if you listen to the interview that I did with him, he was like, yo, Gabby Davis, that's the picture that came up. So that's what I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? That's what came up in Google. You know what I'm saying? So overall, it was a dope night. Cortez and Chilla, that shit was a snooze fest. You know what I'm saying? Cortez showed up. You know what I'm saying? Cortez didn't come to play. Chilla was, I don't know, that wasn't the same Chilla who battled like prep and shit like that. I don't know, Chilla was just real boring to me for some reason. Like,
he's back scheming shit.
Damn.
Yeah, that shit was a, and it wasn't no fault to Cortez. You know what I'm saying? Cortez was on his shit last night. But styles make fights.
Yeah.
And Chilla and Cortez, on paper might look good because, you know, both of them got their shit. I know Cortez get a lot of unwarranted hate. It's not deserved hate, you know. But I don't know. Chilla shit sometimes in the rooms, it's not that it's a reach. It's just that you got to get it on camera because you got to sit down and think about that shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And then you might get it by the next round, but you're already in another round. You're like, oh, in the first round he said such and such. You know, you want them bars that's going to hit you right off the top. Because when the dude is rapping and he like, think you'll get it later. You know what I'm saying? No, nigga, we want to get that shit now. We don't want to get it later. You know what I'm saying? We don't got time later. So I think a lot of these battle rappers be depending on the camera, how it's going to look on camera. They don't really care about rocking the building. They just care that the comments is going to save them. Their fans is going to save them. So they, you know, they do so-so performance. But the Born Legacy 2 event was definitely dope. I'm going to the Double Impact. The only battle that I missed was Av and Rum Nitty, and I heard that was the dopest battle of the night. You know what I'm saying? I missed that.
What about Av and Rum Nitty?
I missed that battle completely because it was cold as a motherfucker outside, and I was going outside to get footage. But, yo, it's a lot of energy in the room. I just want a lot of the fans to know that these battle rap dudes really don't hate each other. It is some of them that really genuinely don't like each other. But for the most part, man, all these niggas chill together. All these niggas laugh and joke together. The hate that the fans be having for battle rappers based off of their favorite battle rapper thinking that they hate each other, these dudes don't hate each other. This is a business. These dudes is getting money together. So for you to take 9 minutes of your life and get $5,000 to $10,000, man, you know, you got to put on a suit and tie for this shit.
Yeah.
You got to go to work, you know what I'm saying? And I really like the energy. The energy in the building was dope because Surf, The Saga, Tay-Rock, DNA, Suge, you know, they were really supportive of everybody that's battling. Like for a dude that might get $15,000, $20,000 to battle rap to stay on his feet and watch other people battle all day, that's a fan. So that's what made me respect Surf for them. And they was into them bars. Cortez, they was into shit. You know what I'm saying? They was like into other people's bars and giving people props when they was doing their thing. But Tink threw shots at everybody that night too.
Yo, Tink was wilding for real like that?
Yo, Tink was wilding, spitting every fucking way, reaching like the fucking fifth nigga in the fucking fifth row and shit. Like, he's a big dude, you know what I'm saying? But no, he definitely did his thing and shit like that. Definitely did his thing. I wasn't disappointed in none of the battles besides the Chilla and Cortez battle. And that really wasn't Cortez's fault because Cortez came to fight. But, you know, like I said, Chilla's style, it just really didn't match to me. You know what I'm saying? Him and Cortez. Cortez got a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Chilla is kind of laid back. You know, so it really boiled down to preference, too. Not saying that wasn't the best Chilla that last night. Everybody will say that, though. You know, everybody in the building was like, I think Cortez got that one. You know what I'm saying? Definitely think Cortez won a lot of battles on the low, too, that he never get credit for, too.
Man, my nigga's because he's Spanish. You don't think it's because he's Spanish?
I think, I don't think it has anything to do with being Spanish per se because, you know, a lot of people have to, you know, if they really do their history, you know, a lot of Latino, as they call them, or, you know, whatever name you want to call them, are really, they're black also, you know what I'm saying?
Latino, yeah.
Yeah, they just got, you know, some of them just got dropped off on the boat first, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're black, and then they got colonized, and then from the colonization, that's how they got, when they got colonized by Spain, that's how they started speaking Spanish. But it's the same people. If you look at the Dominican Republic and Haiti, it's the same landmass. Just one part of the landmass got colonized by the French, which is Haiti, and one landmass got colonized by the Spanish, which is the Dominican Republic. That's the language barrier, but it's the same people. You know what I'm saying? It's like Brooklyn and Queens. When you cross the street, you might be in Queens. You know what I'm saying? It's like in Manhattan. If you cross the street, you might be on the west side. But it's still the same landmass. It's not like a boat separates it or a body of water. It's still the same landmass. You know what I'm saying? But I think Cortez get a lot of hate because he survived different time frames of battle rap. Like, he's from
Brian Thing, Brian Time, URL, Fight Club.
Yeah. You know, so it's been so many people, because if you listen to Cortez, like, his style evolved and it got greater. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he really be kicking some shit. It might be Cortez's voice a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have like this deep, intimidating voice. So sometimes some of the shit he say, even though it might be dope, some people probably might be like, I don't believe this nigga. Listen to his voice. Because I don't know if y'all remember when he battled Had Ice, which he won that battle and got jerked.
Yeah, right.
You remember Raekwon saying to him, yo, you really rhyme like that? That's how you really rhyme? I didn't understand what Raekwon was trying to say, but Raekwon was almost trying to say, like, you don't sound believable. That's what I took it as. And I think that's really the knock on Cortez. I don't think it's because he's Spanish, because you got Spanish dudes that'll serve you, like Chino XL and certain dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll serve you, bar you out, Joel Ortiz. So I don't know if it's Big Pun. I don't think it's a Spanish thing. I just think it's just that it might be his voice. You know what I'm saying? I think he might get penalized for his voice. You know, some people have this intimidating voice. Cortez's voice is not really that intimidating. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have a voice that puts fear in you. The bars is retarded. You know what I'm saying? The flow is retarded. The schemes, everything. But I don't think his voice is strong enough to put that fear in you. You know what I'm saying? Dollaz got like a deep voice. Tink. Like, it's certain people that when they say that shit, like, you really believe them. Like, yo, this nigga really sound like he about to kill everybody in this fucking room. You know what I'm saying? It's the intimidation factor. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it is. I think that's a lot of the Cortez hate. But, you know, shit, we hated DNA for a little while, too. You know what I'm saying? We was hard on DNA. And then when he started with the 2-on-2s, you know, you see everybody just jump back on DNA bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? Even myself included. I admitted that I was hating on DNA for nothing because he's great at what he do. You know what I'm saying? But he found a way to reinvent himself, and we gave him a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, even DNA, he doesn't sound 100% believable. When he say, yo, I'm going to shoot you with, when he say, I'm going to shoot you with the fifth, you be like, nigga, you ain't going to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's just what we think. But when you listen to the bars, like, yo, the kid could rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Like, the kid could rhyme. The kid could rebuttal. He could do everything. You know what I'm saying? And I do got to say this, being that I'm on this platform at the RBE event, the Writer's Block versus Team Hami. Jay Murder got jerked.
Yo, Doggie, I seen it, and it's like, I'm trying to figure out, should I wait and do a recap when they drop one by one, or to do one? I think Jay Murder got jerked too.
Jay Murder 3-0 JC easily. He handled JC.
Yo, Doggie, JC had bars though. He had a lot of.
But I'm gonna tell you, Jay Murder, like again, he has bars, but again, not a knock on JC because the kid pen is serious. But this shit is battle rap, man. Like, we don't got time to think all the time. We need reaction. We need performance. We need, you know, like, because you got Lux who got a crazy pen, but he performing. You know what I'm saying? He has everything. Charlie Clips, there's certain people that have, like, all of it. And I don't know if JC has all of it. He could rap his ass off, pen game retarded. But Jay Murder, styles make fights, and Jay Murder just had that Murder One shit. He was on it. You know what I'm saying? You got to think, Team Hami is crazy emotional right now. You know what I'm saying? They crazy emotional. You know, they had a lot of death in their immediate family, and, you know, they just went off, you know, that night. I ain't gonna front. They went off. You know what I'm saying? They went off because the kid, Moneybags, he definitely 3-0'd
Magic, definitely.
B Magic too. That was kind of easy.
Yo, but Doggie, you know what I noticed though? B Magic get ready to retire, right? I'm watching it, and I noticed B Magic. He's not whack. It's just that he's choking now. But up until the choke, the nigga's fire. I'm noticing.
No, without the choke, besides Tech 9, B Magic would be my favorite rapper. I just like Tech 9 style. You know what I'm saying? I just like Tech 9. But without the choke, and then you notice when Tech 9 started choking, that's when everybody got hard on him. Like, yo, this nigga's whack. Tech 9 started choking too. You know what I'm saying? After a while. Without the choking, B Magic shit is fucking bananas. You know what I'm saying? Those are some punchlines. But I felt sorry for Jay Murder because I felt like he came there, you know, he put on a horrible, you know, he didn't really do well against Cortez when they battled. You know what I'm saying? He was just outmatched, outwitted, and out-vetted. Yeah, exactly.
You got destroyed that battle.
Yeah, exactly. So when he came that night, I was like, JC, you lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, you lost. And then when he showed up, I was like, holy shit, who the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this kid belong on big stages now. And then he ended up just doing a PG, you know what I'm saying, which he deserved, because it's like, yo, this kid is crazy. You know what I'm saying? This kid is crazy. But, yeah, I thought he got jerked that night also. The Suave and Danny joint was real close. I thought Suave had a very, very dope third round.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of gave that to Danny, though. Honestly, I gave it to Danny 2-1. I gave it to Danny. I didn't give it to Suave. I think Suave got it because it was just a lot of emotions in the building. Suave had an incredible third round. You know what I'm saying? But Danny Myers is not whack at all. You know what I'm saying? And I know he's going through a lot of you know, you just gotta survive that time. You know, this is anything you do in life. They love you, they hate you, then they love you again, and then they might hate you again. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You gotta survive the time. Danny Myers is going through it right now. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta step away to be missed for a little while. You know, and me and him talk about it. Do you think you take too many battles? Do you think, you know, people are not respecting your battles because, you know, you could battle Danger Zone today and then go battle the fucking guy at Walmart tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's not a knock on him because he always shows up, always deliver, you know what I'm saying? Always, but it might be a little bit of oversaturation from Danny Myers, you know what I'm saying? He probably just I think dudes need to miss him for a little while, you know what I'm saying? But if that's how he's feeding his family, how could we tell him not to feed his family? You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking forward to the double impact joint, you know what I'm saying? I'm not big on the Saga and Big T versus Charlie Clips and John and Don. I don't like that on paper. I don't know. I'm not big on that at all. Like,
I mean, they just threw that shit together. Like, I could care less.
Yeah, that actually makes no sense to me. What I am interested in seeing is some co-ed battles. I'm interested into seeing some chicks with some dudes against other chicks and dudes. I think that shit might be hot. You know what I'm saying? I think that shit might be hot. Because if you got like a Miss Hustle and Tay-Rock together against somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like that should just be, you know, somebody who has similar, or QB and fucking Arsenal on the same team. Like that should just be the most disrespect ever. You know what I'm saying? Like that should, you know, shit like that makes the sport, you know, it makes us say, oh shit. But you know, for y'all who out there who love the sport of battle rap, you know, y'all just gotta. You know, this shit became a way for black men to get money. You know what I'm saying? And it's more we could do. You know, we do got to kick them in the ass when they fucking up. That's what I do like about Angry Fan. That's what I do like about Caps in particular, because when he don't agree with something, he don't sugarcoat shit and get mad. And I be hearing people saying that, you know, the bloggers shouldn't give their opinion. Well, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? This is, you know, there's no difference between Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless and all these other dudes who get paid millions of dollars to give their opinion on shit. You know what I'm saying? You're a part of the culture. You're a part of the sport. Why can't you speak on something that you're a part of? If somebody is slacking, sometimes we need to hear it. It ain't got nothing to do with fans. We never said, yo, fuck them, they don't deserve anything like that, or, you know, fuck the money, don't give them no money no more. But, yo, you slacking, my nigga. Charlie Clips, ask Charlie Clips. I will criticize Clips in his face. If you ever seen any of my interviews with Charlie Clips, I always say to him, stop bullshitting. I think we was on this show before and Clips was on the show, and I told Clips, stop bullshitting.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're virtually unbeatable if you don't want to lose. But it's all about your preparation and how you attacking things, you know what I'm saying? And people just want that good show, man. Like, some people paying $80, you know, $100, $40 to get into these venues, and you getting this top money. So when dudes is coming in there, they just want to see a show, man. I just pay, what the fuck? Listen, anything that you're going to pay $80 for that you can't walk away with wearing, or, you know, drinking or eating or anything, at least get drunk or some type of intoxication, some type of euphoria offer, why would you pay for that shit? So you paying to see another man spit in another man's face for 9 minutes and he put on a lackluster show? That shit is not fair.
True.
That's what it's all about. So I just want dudes to come in there rhyming like, yo, this is the last I'm about to die tonight. And before I die, this is what I want to give you. And that's what I think. Tink definitely got a future in URL. I think Mike P got a future in URL. Mike P is going to be very hard to beat, too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to beat white boys because they're the automatic underdog. You know, it's almost like a good basketball player who's white. You know, you got Larry Bird, but he'll bust your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna talk shit. So you like, you know, it's automatically become racial because you're expected to beat him because this fucking, you know, he ain't from the street because that's the angle they always attack the white kids with. You're not from the street. What you know about this guy? And a lot of them is like, I don't know shit about that, but I round better than you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes him hard to beat. But Mike P, you know, he kind of shocked me because I looked at him and I was like, this fucking Sylvester Stallone looking ass dude. And then when he started rhyming, I was like, oh shit, like he ain't come to play. You know what I'm saying? He ain't come to play. And overall, I had fun last night. Like I had a lot of fun. I like the small rooms a little bit because everybody that was in the crowd was just so into the battles. Like everybody, you know, sometimes when it's a big room, it's just so much going on, and then you got all these little sidebars and little fights and activity. That shit was so tight yesterday. Like that shit was like motherfuckers was in there like sardines. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the battle rappers who get paid that top money was there as fans yesterday. And Reed Dollaz and Cicero, man, like Philly, you know, Philly might be a problem in like a year, man. Philly might be a problem because even Ness had the last couple of battles that Ness did very well too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ness, you know, besides his little DNA mishap, and I thought he lost to Iron Solomon too. But besides those two battles,
yeah, me too. You know what? You're right. I had Iron Solomon that battle too.
Yeah, he definitely lost to Iron Solomon. But Iron Solomon before Mook was virtually unbeatable. You know what I'm saying?
I thought he was going to beat Mook.
Yeah. I didn't think he was going to beat Mook because styles make fights. You know what I'm saying? Mook is going to kick that shit. You know, what we say fucking if was a fifth. You know, if grandma had a dick, she'd be grandpa. You know what I'm saying? But what if they battle was 3 rounds opposed to 5? You know what I'm saying? 5 didn't fit the URL format of the crowd attention span. You know, who the fuck want to sit there listening to that shit for that long? You know what I'm saying? If they battle was consolidated into 3 rounds, maybe 3 unlimited rounds, you never know. You know what I'm saying? That was the same thing with Chess and Reed Dollaz. Like, their first round was kind of like unlimited because Reed Dollaz got cut off in the second round, but he was about to leave the planet. He got cut off in the second round. He shook the fucking building.
I was hearing that.
If you ain't leave with goosebumps, if you ain't have goosebumps after Reed Dollaz' second round, you ain't have. And he took all the momentum from Chess. That's what I'm saying. It didn't matter what Chess did in the third round, and Reed went first. You know what I'm saying? He went first, and you know, and like I said, Cicero had a great show. Ty Law is dope too. Ty Law just got to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? He definitely could rhyme. He definitely got a lot of the tools to be great. He just got to tighten up and shorten some of the filler in between the punchlines. You know what I'm saying? Get right to the punch. Just keep punching. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it definitely was a good battle though. Definitely was a good battle. I like RBE event a lot too though. Them team battles, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? I think it should be more of that.
They give them a reason to go hard and go. You know what I'm saying? You repping your team and shit.
Yeah, because what it was, right? Listen, it came down to the Suave and Danny Myers battle. That was for the paper. You know what I'm saying? I like the judging. I think if somebody make me a judge, I really wouldn't be biased. You know, so even though some people might think I would be biased, I really wouldn't be biased because I like to see shit fair square. Like I said, I definitely got a cool, you know, I got a cool rapport with Ty Law. I got a cool rapport with Cicero. You know, a little bit more with Ty Law because we actually built on other things outside of battle rap. But I had Cicero edging him, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is into who's going to feel the way about what I want to say, about what I say. I'm just into the truth, you know what I'm saying? If somebody asks me, I'm going to give what I deem to be the truth. It wasn't no body bag. And even listen, if somebody say Ty Law won, I wouldn't even argue with them. I wouldn't argue with them. It just boiled down to preference. I had Cicero coming there doing bad. Like I didn't have no faith in Cicero. I was like, oh boy, Cicero, the Cortez show and wasn't, it wasn't good for you. You know what I'm saying? So when you see a dude perform, like, hold up, he's actually he's fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't no blowout like how you think. You know what I'm saying? And then, he definitely showed up.
Nigga fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, my weed, man. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking heads, man.
Gang fan movement is the movement to move with.